This is the last portion of our service learning assignment, the audio portion. The organization I chose to complete my service learning was La Casa in Howell. Their mission statement and vision says, "We support and advocate for survivors of child abuse and domestic violence and sexual assault. They provide prevention, education, and awareness to individuals and make our community safer. The clients and victims and survivors of domestic violence, their clients are victims and survivors of domestic violence, child abuse, and sexual assault. La Casa offers shelter 24 hours a day, employment programs, and housing alternatives. They also focus on education, which I believe is the way out of these domestic violence situations. There is a 24-hour support line and on-call response team that responds to a domestic violence call whenever EMS or police are called. The site I completed my hours on, the dress was casual. Remaining professional looking is a big part of service learning, but La Casa is a casual place. 5 critical rules for the workplace are: look professional. Don't assume even on Friday that you can dress casual. Be aware of your posture. That's something I need to be aware of, my posture. No phones. Don't be on your phone. Don't be texting, calling, none of that. Be on time. When you show up to a place, be on time. Maintain a respectful atmosphere at all times. Manners go a long way. I believe my community is safer because of La Casa. People are victimized or often isolated, and La Casa helps bridge that span of isolation, which is a perpetrator's number one source of power. La Casa offers an alternative to abuse for those that suffer. They have a live crisis team, and they will respond to domestic situations. I got the idea for my service learning when we had a power outage for 2 or 3 days. And the other place I volunteer is Meals on Wheels in Cadillac. I love to work there. And I thought it sure would be nice with the lights out if I had some candles, flameless candles, of course. But I encountered barriers when trying to make this distribution in Cadillac, Michigan. It would not be allowed unless I could provide for the entire upper Michigan portion of my state. That's 500 plus people. So I called around my county to see if anyone was interested and would allow this distribution. The impact I believe I had was a positive one. Everyone I spoke to had a smile on their face and were willing to help. I have CLL, or chronic lymphatic leukemia. Therefore, my face-to-face meetings had to be limited, and they were. I received a tour of an empty office facility, and the adjacent buildings were pointed out to me where we were all outside. They have a sprawling campus with a shelter area and an area where people can keep their belongings for a certain amount of time, a storage area. So they have quite a sprawling campus there. The people at La Casa have a positive effect in my neighborhood. They provide a safe haven to abuse victims and provide an alternative to the abusive situation people often find themselves in. So many times people will stay in a bad situation because they have no alternative and are isolated. La Casa provides an alternative. Students who participate in service learning are better engaged with our communities and gain practical skills. A quality service learning experience provides meaningful service that addresses community-defined needs. Service learning provides students with opportunities to develop civic engagement and critical thinking skills. We gain important experience working with diverse members of our community. Personal learning goals such as general work habits are developed with service learning. Through service learning, we learn more about our relationship to the community and ways that we can engage as a member of our community. You learn more about your capacity to serve others with service learning, and it refines our decision-making skills and critical reflection. That is a skill that is sharpened with service learning and provides students with the opportunity to examine and question our beliefs, values, and opinions. It involves observation, asking questions, putting facts, ideas, and experiences together to derive a new meaning and a new knowledge. Helping our community through service learning is an opportunity to grow as a person, to better understand how you fit into the world around you. I will continue to volunteer in the future and will recommend others do the same.